there. I am Karen Grisham, and I am going to be your General Chemistry 1 instructor for lecture and lab this semester. So first of all, I wanted to kind of get started and let you see where you can access the course at. So I'm just on the Texarkana College webpage, so it should look something like this. What we're first going to do is go ahead and log in. And I'm already logged in, so it's just going to go ahead and take me straight to where I need to be. So you're going to see some buttons up here across the top, and we're going to click on the student tab. Now, mine is going to say faculty, and that's okay. Yours is going to stay student. So I need you to click on that student tab. And when you do that, that's going to bring up your course schedule and these kinds of things. So what we're going to do is go down where it says all my courses. You can see I've got a few of them. So pardon me for just a second while I look through yours. This is going to be the link to the Moodle information. So this will then take you into the Moodle page, which is where you're going to find all of your videos to watch and things like that. Now, you can also access it over here on the left-hand side. You can access Moodle over there as well. I'm going to go ahead and just click on your course, so that way we don't have to find your course and then get into Moodle. This will take us directly to the Moodle page. So we are looking at Chem 1311. Okay, and here's your Moodle page. Now, some of the material is going to be hidden and you're not going to be able to see it at the moment. So as we move into it, that will then open up. But at the moment, I've got some of those units hidden. It will first drop you on the welcome page. And you will see it's not published yet because I'm currently making the video, but there will be a video there for you to watch, which is this one right here. We're going to then go into the next page, which is course information and resources. This is going to have your syllabus. So this is a Word document. I'm going to go ahead and pop that over there so you can see what we're looking at. Okay, so here's the syllabus. This one is for Fall 1, 2024. Initially, you've got my contact information. Now, I will say that I am going to be utilizing two offices, one in the biology building and one in the chemistry building. I'm going to try to be in the chemistry building office in room 26 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, the days that we meet for lecture and lab for chemistry. I also teach anatomy and physiology, so on those days I teach those classes. I can be found in the biology building. Now, there will be a sign posted at the door of each of those offices to let you know my specific office hours. It's also posted on the Moodle page as well. It will be posted on the Moodle page. Now, what are you going to be required to have for this class? You're going to need a scientific calculator. Currently, it doesn't have to be a graphing calculator, but a scientific calculator will do. And so make sure you bring that to class. And if you have an instruction manual, if you don't know how to use that, you might want to bring that to class too, in case there's one I'm not familiar with. You're also going to need to join the active AKTIV chemistry app. This class has a code. It's going to be 7, capital U, capital S as in Sam, capital Q, capital C as in Charlie, capital G as in gold. So those are going to be the course code that you're going to pop in. So when you go ahead and create that account, that's the code you're going to use. I suggest when you create that account, you use your school email address. That way you will be able to keep all of that active information in your school email information all in the same place. Now, the active chemistry app, when you log in first, if you've never used the app before, probably needs to be on a laptop computer rather than your phone. It'll be a little bit easier to get that started. After that, you'll be able to definitely download the app so you have it on your phone as well. Now, this active chemistry app does have a 2-week window before you actually have to purchase it. So again, my advice might be, don't actually purchase it just yet. Use it for the first week and a half, 2 weeks. Make sure you're really going to not, you don't have other sources or anything like that, or you're actually going to stay in the class. Sometimes, life events happen and people have to change schedules up. So maybe not activate it right away. Just go ahead and utilize it. You'll be able to do about 2 weeks free and then activate it later. Now, if you're on some kind of financial aid or scholarship, you can receive this code from the bookstore. Now, if you're not on financial aid or scholarship, you're going to have to pay for that out, from an outside source. I would probably save money and not get the code from the bookstore. You can probably get it a little cheaper just going straight to the active website. There is not a textbook required for this class. However, there is an open source book it's free. You're welcome to use it. I'm going to give you everything you pretty much need to have in class. But again, that's a nice resource for you. If you would like one. And if I find any other free open source resources, I will again share those with you. These are the student outcomes for this course. This is what we're going to be learning this semester while we're in here. So you can see we've got a lot of things we're going to be taking a look at this semester. As far as your grade breakdown, so how is it going to be set up? What exactly am I taking grades on? So we are going to have in-class assignments and quizzes. We'll talk more about that later. 15% of your grade is going to come from that. The active website that you're going to be using is going to be where all your homework assignments are. And that's going to be 25% of your grade. So again, it's very important for you to go ahead and get logged in and get that set up. And then the last thing, the most important thing everybody's interested in is how much are the tests going to be? We're going to have 5 unit exams and then a semester exam. So we're going to count that semester exam twice. So technically, I guess that would be 7 exams if you want to look at it that way. Those are collectively worth 60% of your grade. So the tests matter. They're going to be where you really are going to be able to show me what it is that you've learned. So you definitely have to know the material going into the test. Your grading scale, just a typical grading scale with regular rounding rules, 89.5 to 100 is going to be an A. A B is going to be that 79.5 to an 89.4, and so on and so forth. You can read that. So you are going to be required to watch videos before attending class. It just makes class go a little bit quicker. As far as, this is a hybrid class. Being able to cover all this content with y'all in a hybrid class is next to impossible. So you are going to have to do some learning outside of class. And then when you come in, that's where we're really going to put that learning to work. Okay, so you're going to kind of get introduced to the content before you come to class. When you come to class, there will be a quiz, and then we'll go ahead and take a look and clean up any areas you may be foggy with to make sure you're ready for the test. So make sure you have paper, pencil. I suggest pencil, to be honest, easier to work with in a chemistry class. If you want to bring a pen, that's fine. If you want to have different colors, again, when we're doing the dimensional analysis kind of stuff, sometimes different colors or highlighters might be a little bit helpful in some areas, especially when you're doing double unit conversions just to keep track of stuff. So just something to think about. Attendance in an 8-week term, you cannot exceed more than 1 week of absences, or it's grounds for dropping. So there's no really way for you to be able to miss a whole week of class and then still be able to be successful in the course. That's pretty tough. So I know we have, life that happens. I need you to be in class. And the other part is there is no other class for you to drop in on. So I don't mind sometimes if I'm teaching 2 classes of the same content for you to go from one class, I can't make this one. Can I meet your other class? Because we're doing the same thing in both classes. That's fine. That's not always the option. And this particular semester, fall 2024, that is not an option. I don't have another opportunity for this class except that one time that it meets. So make sure you're in attendance. I do not give makeup exams, so make sure you're where you need to be during that exam and you don't miss the exam. If, for instance, there's a medical emergency or something out of the normal, you would have up to a week to take that. But keep in mind, there is going to be a grade penalty for that. Final exam will be during normal class time. We will do that in class. The other exams are going to be in the testing center. And again, in the event of an emergency, you might get a little bit of an extension, but there are definitely going to be some points taken off for that if you don't make it in the allotted time frame. Academic integrity. So Again, any kind of cheating or anything like that is going to be grounds for dismissal from the class. Withdraw F is what that's called, and that's not a good look on a transcript. So just keep your answers honest. Make sure they're your own work. And I know that these days, we've got a lot of AI tools that are at our disposal. So just use those with caution. Um, I would tend to use these because again, if you need more examples to work or something like that, I would tend to use AI as something of a um, typing in or verbally saying, "Could you show me some more questions on double unit conversion dimensional analysis problems or something along those lines?" Or, I really could use some practice working density problems. Can you show me some problems that involve finding density or finding the mass or volume within a density problem? Something along those lines. I would use it in that respect. That's pretty much about all I would use that for, just to kind of help. So it gives you some criteria there for how AI can work within the classroom and how it should not work within the classroom. Disability, if you have a disability, the only way I can help you is if I get information from Tanya Blaze. Tanya Blaze is the Director of Student Retention. So you've got a phone number there to contact. And again, I can't do anything, no accommodations, no anything unless I get information from her. So you verbally telling me what's going on, again, that has to go. You and Tanya Blaze have to have a conversation, and then I get the information as to what I'm able to implement for you in the classroom. So make sure you, if that applies to you, make sure you go talk to her. Financial aid. Financial aid is not my area of expertise by any means. And I get a lot of people that will ask me, well, if I drop this or if I add this, how is that going to affect my financial aid? My answer is I honestly do not know because everybody's going to be completely different. Every situation is different. So my suggestion is contact the financial aid office before you make any changes to your schedule to make sure that you're still eligible for financial aid in the future and you're not in some kind of bind where they start asking you to return any funds. So if you have a financial aid question, absolutely go talk to the financial aid office before making any kind of decisions. They're your go-to. Okay, it's not that I don't want to help you, it's that I sure don't want to tell you wrong. And again, every situation is a little bit different. So what works for one may not be the rule for somebody else. It's just kind of unique in that situation. Basic needs. If anybody has any trouble with food, if there's a food insecurity issue, if there's a problem obtaining food, groceries, things like that. I know this is a hard topic to discuss, but you may go talk to Tanya Blaze, Director of Student Retention. She's also involved in that to kind of help take care of those emergent needs. Now, if you're in a situation where you are not finding a place to live, you're living in your car, maybe you don't have a car, so your transportation to school is not going to be consistent. We do have people on campus as well to talk to try to see about alleviating that kind of need. So if you're in one of those kinds of situations, reach out. We're happy to help get you where you need to be and do our best to get you through the class as well. So that way you can move on to the next portion of whatever it is you're doing. So that's going to be the syllabus. With that said, you do have a quiz on the active website. I'm just going to pop over here to the active website. Your website's going to look a little bit different than mine does, but I wanted to show you for this particular course, we do have under Unit 1, this should be visible for you. There is a syllabus quiz. Notice the deadline on the syllabus quiz. So that is there. Also, again, the homework section is going to be there. And I believe for Unit 1, we've got some activities here. So as we get closer to completing the content, I will then open up the homework. I don't want you accidentally starting a homework before you're ready to start the homework. So I'll open that up as we move through. The other thing I wanted to show you was, let's go back to the web Moodle page here. So you've got your syllabus. I also wanted to show you the class schedule. This just kind of gives you a tentative idea. I'll pass this out during class. A tentative idea of what's going on and what you're required to do day by day. And even though we only meet class 2 days a week, you're going to have responsibilities throughout the entire week. Sometimes even on Fridays. I'm going to try to keep your Saturdays and Sundays open. But again, you could take a test on a Sunday. You can come up to the testing center and take a test on a Sunday afternoon if you wanted to. I think they're open from 2 to 6. Don't quote me on that. You would definitely want to check with the testing center to be sure. But it gives you day by day what it is you're doing. So as you can see right here, before we even meet, I'm fixing to push this out so everybody has access to this. You need to watch the video on the syllabus, which is this right here, and then the active app. So this is this video. So you're watching the welcome video over the syllabus and the active app, and then you need to join the active app and take the syllabus quiz. So that's what you need to be doing pretty much before class starts for tomorrow. And then tomorrow, day one, be ready. We are going to work on dimensional analysis. And then after that on Friday, like I said, you're going to have some videos to watch to kind of help get you ready. And then Monday, you also have some videos to watch. Now, you don't have to actually wait till Monday to watch those videos. You can watch the videos. You can finish classification of matter and jump right on into density if you want to. Just make sure you understand the content before you move on to the next video. Okay. And then Tuesday, we will be taking a quiz in class. In-class quiz, and there is a quiz number 1 again that is due over the syllabus that is due by that date. Now that's the due by date. I kind of stretched that out a little bit because sometimes we have people that still enter the class after this week, so there may be still people enrolling, so that's why I push it out a little bit later. So after you watch the syllabus video, which is the one you're watching now, you can certainly take the syllabus quiz. You have until Tuesday the 20th in this particular course schedule to get that syllabus quiz completed. We're also going to have an in-class quiz over the videos that you watch. So I strongly encourage you to take notes over those videos. So when you come to class, you may use your notes to take quiz number 1. Now, if you didn't take notes over the videos, then you can't use them over quiz number 1. You're just on your own to take quiz number 1 without any notes whatsoever. So whatever notes you take over those videos, then you bring those to class, and then you may use those to take the quizzes, the in-class quizzes. Let me do this. In-class quiz. There we go. So the in-class quizzes are going to go over the videos that you watched. So be sure to take good notes. Again, if you don't take notes, we're taking that quiz as soon as you come into class. So make sure you have your notes ready to go. They have to be pencil paper notes. You cannot use your laptop. You cannot use your computer. You cannot use your phone. It has to be just whatever paper you have those notes over those videos. And that's the only thing you're going to be able to use. The quizzes are timed. I will get those graded and give those back to you. And then we will go over new content, or we'll go over whatever questions you may have. Okay, so that's again, it just goes all the way through. I will say the last day of class for us is going to be, for this particular class, it will be Tuesday, October 8th. That will be the last time that this particular class meets. Okay, so that's the class schedule. For lab, I'll just throw this out there. Make sure you take a look at the lab page. You will need, if you're in the lab class, you will need a composition book for lab. I happen to have one that I can show you. So this right here is what you're looking at. So just a composition book. It's going to have the cardboard binder. This one looks like it's 100 sheets. I think you can pick them up from Walmart, but this is what you're going to be needing for the lab class. Okay, I will be sending out an email shortly to let you know about the active app and to go ahead and send you the code and get that downloaded. You can see the code is right here on the page, and then the PDF on that as well. is right here. I'll go ahead and pull that up for the student instructions. So step one, and this is on the Moodle page, step one is to visit that active app on a computer and create a new account. If you're a returning user, you just jump straight to number 4. You're going to create a student account by filling out the form. And again, this is where you would want to type in as an email address the TC email address that you're using. You're going to want to verify that, so make sure you can actually access that Texarkana College email address. And then you're going to join the course. You're going to plug in that number right there and join that course. Now, again, there's a payment involved. You do have a 2-week grace period. There should be across the top up here. It'll tell you when your trial expires. So if you want to just keep it on the trial version, great. If you want to go ahead and activate it, that's fine too. But if there's money involved and you're not 100% sure what you're doing with this class at the moment, just keep it on the trial period for the next 2 weeks. Select the active course in the account screen. So you're going to want to select the chemistry class. And then don't forget the last step here. You're going to want to download that active learning app from the App Store, whatever app store that you have, because we're going to be using this to take attendance and a few other things during the class. So I'm going to go ahead and encourage you guys to download that active learning app on your phone. Okay, and then you're going to log in using your credentials on your phone. You can also complete activities on your phone again once you get logged in initially. So if you have any questions, you can certainly contact myself. You can also contact the active learning people as well. So that's that PDF that I'm going to send out shortly. And that pretty much takes care of the welcome video. So again, welcome to Chemistry, General Chemistry 1 lecture, and I will be seeing you all shortly.